Hello, welcome to the video. In this one, I'm going to show you how to farm bombs in the early game. Bombs are really useful for mining in this game, especially in the Skull Caverns. Skull Caverns, you basically only use bombs to mine. Your pickaxe are not the most necessary item at all. I usually take it with me when I go there, because there are still sometimes just that one stone in the way that I need to break to get to where I'm going. But usually I do most of my mining in the Skull Caverns with bombs, therefore it is very important to have a few. And one of the ways you can get bombs is by going to the dwarf in the mines and just simply buying them. They cost 600 per bomb, and that's really it. You need a lot of money to do it that way. And in the early game, that is not necessarily what you want to spend your money on. So in this video, I'm going to show you another way to do it as well, and that's by crafting them from 4 iron, 4 pieces of iron ore and a piece of coal. And to do that, you will need to get a bunch of iron and a bunch of coal. And the best way to do that is to go to the mines. Go down to level 40, and that's a level where there is nothing but a staircase. So go down that staircase to level 41 and break all the rocks, all the iron ore rocks. And then after you have done that, go back up the stairs, back out to the entrance of the mines, and then run to the elevator. Go down to level 40 again and continue doing this. That's how you get iron in this game. The other resource you are going to need is coal. Coal you can get on this same 41st level of the mines. Well, let's start by how you get coal. You get coal by killing the little dust sprites in these mines. That's the most simple way to get them. You can get it in other ways. There are creatures in the gold levels that you can kill. Sometimes the red slimes drop some coal, sometimes the shadow guys drop some coal, but they do not drop as much as the little dust sprites, so I would suggest that you hunt those. Also, sometimes level 41 is not the best place to find them. The best way to farm coal, specifically if you have already found a bunch of iron and you're just in need of coal, and you just don't seem to find any on the 41st level, you can go to level 45 and then go down to level 55 and then go out to the mine entrance and repeat the same way we are repeating level 40. And those levels are a lot bigger. There are a lot more monsters spawning on them than on this wall level 41. So those are a lot better levels for farming the monsters for coal. While you are doing this, you can find a bunch of other resources, a bunch of barrels, a bunch of gems sometimes, other monsters like bats and slimes, and you can get the resources from those too. I did in this video. I did break some of the barrels and pick some of the gems. But if you are specifically farming for just iron or just bombs, and so iron and coal, then you really don't have to do that. Actually, it's a bit of a waste of time to do it, to just pick up everything you find on your way. So the most efficient way to do it is to go down to level 41, look around a bit, and if you don't see iron, or you see like one iron ore in the other corner of the map, then just leave immediately. And getting that one piece of iron, like I sometimes did, that's also not very efficient. The best way to do it is to find a find a bunch of it at one place, like maybe at least 3 of them around the same area, and then you go down. Otherwise, just reset the level and you will probably find a lot more that way. But in this map, I was kind of also going for the gems and going to make a few bucks at the same time as mining iron. So that's why I was picking up all those gems and all those barrels. The other thing that another tip that I would like to give you is put a little chest next to the mine entrance to store your stuff because in the beginning of the game, in the early game, you don't have a lot of inventory space, and maybe you want to do what I did and just pick up a bunch of other things as well as iron. And then if you do not have the backpack upgrade yet, or you only have the second, or if you only have one backpack upgrade and not the second one, you won't have a lot of space. So that's why it's worth it to have a chest near the entrance and just throw in your stuff whenever you are finished mining. So you can see that in the end of this little mining expedition, I have 86 bombs. At the beginning, when I started it, I bought some from the dwarf, and after I've done that, I had 59. So the amount I got from the mining was 27. And this day in the game, was the worst luck day imaginable. It's the early game, so I of course don't have any luck boosting items. I don't have the charm that boosts your lucks permanently. So it's a pretty bad day for mining actually. Still managed to get 27 bombs, which is, well, I guess you would want to go to the mines with about like between 70 and 100 bombs at least. So what I got is not a lot, but I also, as I said, didn't use the most efficient way to do it, didn't have a lot of luck. So, let's say about 30 on a bad luck day. In 3 days of mining, you would still have the amount necessary to do a Skull Cavern run. And that I think is nice. That's why I do it. I hope you got some tips from this video, like if you did, and see you next time.